Hey, it's Josh here, and I got a bit of an update on our two-stroke versus four-stroke shootout for this year, 2020. And in keeping with the 2020 theme, it's been a little bit delayed and held back, and I'm going to be showing you what's been going on with that. So I've talked about it a little bit before, but we are doing a two-stroke versus four-stroke shootout this year. And this year we literally have identical skis because they're both big and they're both blue. So to really the untrained person, they're exactly the same. But realistically, one of them has a four-stroke and one of them has a two-stroke. But, you know, those who really know that they're completely different. But it's really interesting because they're very similar size and a similar engine size. So all things being equal, it should be a pretty interesting video for two-stroke versus four-stroke this year. We were all set up and ready to go, ready to film our video, and we ran into a little bit of a setback on the VX110. This is what happened with that machine.
We were gonna race this against the FCR the other day, but this happened.
Yeah, this all happened right at once. Just like all of a sudden, this oil filter got rusty and blew out. Like it was a brand new filter, I'm pretty sure.
So on these Yamaha, the older four strokes, the filters sit way down in the hole and you got to change them out every year. Just, I mean, maybe it's not as bad for the lake guys, but if you're running saltwater, you just have to. This thing exploded and barfed oil all over inside on the test run. So yeah, and then it was tightened on there super tight, so it was tough to get off. You can see it got deformatized.
Yeah, otherwise we were gonna reuse this filter because it was so nice still.
So at this point, we are just waiting for some parts for the VX110. Jason actually ordered the correct Yamaha oil and the correct Yamaha filter for this, so he's getting the name brand parts. It's incredible what happens when we're working on other people's stuff versus our own things.
So this ski is gonna be going back to its original owner because there's a weird airplane flying overhead. A UFO. Couldn't be anything else. So here it is. The 96 Sea-Doo has returned. They didn't like the Sea-Doo-ness.
We talked about the 96 Sea-Doo XP a little bit. We kind of showed it in one of the other videos when we were doing a bit of a roundup. And that was just kind of out of order as far as this whole video timeline. And this is realistically the first time we have gotten it back from the person that it was traded to. But here's kind of a look at that and what's going on with that.
It's not like a huge deal or whatever. I mean, it really sucks for them, but Jason told them and I told them Sea-Doos are a pain in the butt, and they found that out firsthand. And since, you know, they're around here and we like those guys, when it was like they were totally done with the Sea-Doo-ness, I don't know exactly the details of the deal, but Jason was like, yeah, I mean, I can take it back and then, you know, I'll charge you some money just to fix your wave runner and I'll give it back to you. So it's always nice to work with people who aren't like total jerks and like actually understand things.
Got a brand new starter because the starter went out, so we replaced his starter and it started like 4 times, and then this shaft snapped off.
It's so ridiculous.
And that was when he was like, I can't do it anymore. He didn't know what it was. He was just like, you can hear it spinning but nothing's happening. So this motor still spins, but that broke off.
Yep. So if you or anybody you know wants a 1996 Sea-Doo XP 800 that starts up super great, runs great, has a great track record of breaking and needing tons of parts.
That's tabbed up.
It's got tabs now.
Got a new seat cover.
Yeah, beautiful seat cover.
Yeah, all thanks to them.
And it comes with the sweet trigger throttle because I couldn't get it off to keep it for myself.
It's true.
So yeah, I don't know if there's anything else to say about it.
Doubtful.
But you're going to have these kind of problems with all Sea-Doos, and at least we've sort of gone through this one a few times. So it shouldn't be as terrible to figure out what the next thing is that breaks. But like when you first get them and they've been treated like crap for like their entire life, it's like it needs everything. So hopefully, theoretically, it'll only break one part at a time.
That's what we did. We broke one part at a time.
After fixing everything.
And it was like, oh, there's always something else.
The FC1200R is still running good, but I do have a new part for that. So let me show you what's going on with the FC1200R.
All right, let's check out what we got here in the mail today. Oh, right on. It is a D plate for the 1200R motor that is in the FZR. I said FZR. It's kind of weird for... Yeah. Usually we say Z, but Z just sounds so much cooler, and everybody else gets to say Z except for us here in the States. Got a D plate, so... and a chip. So we're gonna get that installed into the FZR.
So check out this cool t-shirt I got from VintageJetSki.com. And if you need parts, you should check out VintageJetski.com because you can get 5% off your order by using the promo code Jetskibrothers at VintageJetski.com. And I'm pretty sure you can use that promo code Jetskibrothers on pretty much anything in the store, I think on any order. And that includes the apparel and whatnot as well, as far as I'm aware. I might not be right about that, but I'm pretty sure it works on everything in the store. Yeah, what a great brand ambassador I am. I think that it should work.
Next time on the FZR with the 1200R engine, we are going to be installing this D plate and chip, and we're going to see what kind of performance benefits we get from that.
I'm going to go ahead and get that D plate installed into the FC1200R, and then we are going to go ahead and run it against the VX110 once we get the oil changed on that particular machine. And the head-to-head on those is going to be great, so you're not going to want to miss that. But a few other things that we have going on is the C-Rat is in the garage, and this is like super current real time. So the C-Rat is sitting in here. There is one more video that I haven't released on the C-Rat yet, but you know, we'll get to that. And that's the video that continues after it sank. And then I do have the miniature jet boat in the garage, and this is also super current. I have a few more videos on this before it gets into the garage here, but anyways, that will be coming up in the reasonably near future. What is going on with the C-Rat and the videos on that. You guys know that this ski here is just sort of sitting here waiting for me to get some free time to work on it. So maybe we'll get to that this winter, or I might be selling it off. I'm not really sure. But if I do sell it off, it'll be to either Jason or Jacob. So, you know, it's probably gonna... I should say probably. I said probably. Well, it's always good to leave a little bit of a wiggle room. Most likely this ski will get built this winter by one of us. So that should happen. And I'm considering some other wintertime projects as well. You know, obviously one of them being the miniature aluminum jet boat, because I've always said the 1100 is going to come out. It's not even my engine, so it really doesn't matter whether I get it running perfect, whether it blows up. I'm not going to let you guys know exactly what happens to it. Something happens. It's either perfect or it explodes. Either way. But that engine's not mine, so I'm not going to continue with it forever. You guys know I got that Tiger Shark motor, and I'm pretty much almost certain that I'm going to put that in there next. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I have begun the tear down and inspection on that Tiger Shark motor, and we will be getting to that video later on in this year as well. But I still have a ton of awesome videos to get to before the end of this year, so definitely stick with us because I got a lot of cool stuff. Obviously the 2-stroke versus 4-stroke shootout, the mini jet boat, and C-Rat stuff, and a whole bunch of other good stuff actually that I haven't even teased yet. So you're gonna have to stick with us to see what happens. If you want to check out some more Jetski Brothers videos, make sure to click the next one that pops up in the end screen now.